Pope's Exorcist is a 2023 supernatural horror film that stars Russell Crowe and is directed by Julius Avery. It is based on the true story and case files of Father Gabriel Amorth, and it's based on his memoirs. An exorcist tells his story, and an exorcist more stories. And this is one of the cases that is set in the 1980s, and the film starts off with Gabriel Amorth kind of doing an exorcism in Italy on a young man who thinks he's possessed. He's speaking English while Amorth is speaking Italian. There are scenes in this film that are in Italian and there are subtitles, which I did not expect at all. It was very different than your normal demonic possession exorcism movie. All the while that's happening, he does perform the exorcism. He goes in front of the council or the cardinals, and they kind of figure out what's going on and why he performed it and everything. But then they bring up a past exorcism that he did on a young girl, and it's one of those things that still eats at him in a way. And that scene progresses into a scene where we see a family in Spain from uh, kind of inherit this Saint Abbey or an abbey or church for that matter, and from I believe it's Julia, and Julia and her daughter and son are there, and they're from the U.S. But this was left to her by her husband, the father's kids. We don't know nothing about this abbey. People are just fixing it up, and we find that she's there just to fix it up, sell it, and then move back to the U.S. Well, the young boy, Henry, goes on a little, kind of adventure for himself. He sees certain things happening. All the while this is going on, we see that the boy gets possessed by a demon. And this is really quick and in your face as this happens. The movie is an hour and 45 minutes long. It's only 103 minutes. So it's really quick how everything happens fast paced. There are a lot of Easter eggs from the 1973 movie The Exorcist starring Linda Blair, where there's writing on the boy's stomach where the boy goes to the hospital, gets tests done, and the mother is, kind of answering questions. But then in this setting, it's in Italy and it's in Italian and it's very different. But then we find that this demon wants Father Amorth. All the while, Father Esquibel is there, and he kind of doesn't know what to do. He himself has a past as well. Don't all priests have a past before they, take an oath? And the Pope meets up with Father Amorth, who is played by Franco Nero. Franco Nero plays the Pope in this. And him and Father Gabriel Amorth have a back and forth saying, this abbey's this and this and this. I want you to go there to help this young boy. Here is the case file. Check it out. So Gabriel Amorth goes there, and all this stuff, just craziness ensues. The aspect of this movie is that the history of this abbey is really, really interesting. There were times where Russell Crowe's character threw in some jokes and some comical humor just to ease the tension, which I felt was okay, but it was repetitive in a way and kind of brought down the movie just a little bit. Now, while Father Gabriel Amorth is doing the exorcism, this demon, the voice, is played by actor Ralph Ineson, who you may remember was in Game of Thrones and played Dagmar Cleftjaw. So the voice is there, but I feel like the young boy, the actor who was doing everything, just kind of did everything way over the top and kind of overacted and was just, of course, miming and mimicking the voiceover of the demon, which was fine, but it's just the screams didn't feel like it was a horror movie for that matter. And the demon gets in the mind of both priests or both fathers for that matter. And then things start, happening while they unearth something. And the reason this demon was let out is because of the construction work that the people were doing on the abbey. And before, Amorth was brought into this home or this abbey, he saw something out in the backyard, and we see it's a Vatican seal sealing up a kind of well. He unearths it, and we see bones and catacombs, and it leads down to something. Him and Esquibel go down, and we see that it's a catacombs for something of a demonic possession that happened so many years ago, even thousands of years ago. And it's just the aspect of what is going on and what is happening. All the while, the Pope, Franco Nero, is back in Italy reading the files and everything, but it's all redacted. And then there is a little pamphlet that says what this place is. Evidently, the kind of whole aspect of the history of this abbey was one of those areas where the Spanish Inquisition took place. Of course, if you know the Spanish Inquisition, then you know what happened with the Christians and the Jews and everything. And it was more so of we find out that the name of this demon is Ozymandias, and once you say the name, you have control over this demon. They go back, perform the exorcism, and whole craziness and shit happens. The movie aspect for visual effects is great. There is a scene where uh, Saint Mary or Mary Magdalene comes up through water and kind of plays mind tricks with Russell Crowe's character. The ideology and the theology that was in this film was really, really interesting. It was mostly based on that. The ideologies, the theologies, and everything. And I didn't expect that at all. But it worked in a movie like this, and it was really, really done really well. The scenes with the family, the mother, the son, and the daughter were okay. But there was a part where the demon was so powerful. It was probably one of the most powerful demons you see in cinematic history, where not only does he possess the boy, he possesses the boy's sister as well. So the mother's standing there like, what's going on? My two kids are possessed. How can this happen? And then you think something's, it's like, wow, a demon has a power over everyone. And it does. It does that. But then it just, something snaps and quicks. And then we have the history of Amorth and Esquibil about their sin that they had and how the demon works with that. And then why the boy is so innocent, how he saw his father get killed in a car accident while he was in the car too, and just seeing the trauma and everything, and the daughter being, closed off because she did lose her father. And then the whole aspect with the daughter of, being dragged into a closet or going into a closet, and then the mother being dragged into a bed. A lot of aspects of horror Easter eggs that you've seen in other certain films. And it's been a while since there's been a good possession exorcism movie in a really, really a long time. This was very different. I feel like when you put a big name like this with Russell Crowe and seeing Russell Crowe, I believe in his first horror film, if I'm not mistaken, the budget was 18 million. So I'm pretty sure it's going to make back its money. And we see that not only is this one of the case files of Father Gabriel Amorth, there's over 200 aspects of what it is. Gabriel Amorth did pass away in 2016 at the age of 91. And not only that, we saw that there was this map of where certain places in the world or where this demon wanted to, so forth, where what they call hell or something. It was really interesting. It was fun. Like I said, the aspect of Russell Crowe was good. I didn't expect the Italian dialogue. The visual effects are great. And what really saved the movie was the backstory of what this abbey is, why it's there, the purpose of the demon being there, why it was unleashed, released, and the whole aspect between the Spanish Inquisition. Not only that, how the Vatican sealed up everything and actually kept things secret. Because we know to this day, and still going on, the Vatican does keep secrets, and we don't know what to believe or what not to believe. So who knows what it is? And like this is the true case files of the chief exorcist of the Vatican. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm curious to see if there will be more movies like this, more sequels, and how everything can come to fruition for this in a way. This has potential to be a big franchise, but I feel like with not many people knowing and understanding it, and Exorcist or Exorcism movies not being as popular as 1973, The Exorcist movie, it's really a touchy genre to put on, especially with how everything works and how to change certain things when we're so accustomed to one story, one scare. I mean, when The Exorcist is the scariest movie of all time, how can you top that? What can you do? Well, Pope's Exorcist tried, but they needed to try a little bit harder. Like I said, the story aspect was great, and then seeing all what was going on with Father Gabriel Amorth, Russell Crowe giving a good performance, and I mean, it was fun, but it could have been done a little bit better. For me, The Pope's Exorcist gets 2 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about The Pope's Exorcist. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? Did you like the aspect of Russell Crowe um, playing Father Gabriel Amor? Did you like the context of the story? Did you like the demon? What do you think could have been done different? Did you like the backstory of the Abbey with the Spanish Inquisition and the Vatican holding everything secret? And, what secrets do you think the Vatican is holding? And do you think that this will lead to more films of the case files of Father Gabriel Amorth? And what rating would you give The Pope's Exorcist? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I'll see you all in the next review video, and thank you for tuning in.